I love parties this time of year. Let's do this. What's going on, guys? GingerbreadMan77 coming back at you 4K through the power of the Xbox One X. It's been a long time. I'm ready to make a build video. And we're about a little over halfway through the Greymoor patch. Hope everybody's enjoying it. Hope everyone's enjoying Vampire and the Antiquity system. I have been playing this build for a little bit now, and it seems to be the strongest out of everything that I've put together. Obviously with collaboration with a few other players, and this seems to work best, especially for me in my playstyle. There are a few things that can be changed to alter to your and adapt to your playstyle, but this is what I've put together, and I think it works out pretty good, so I figured I would share it with you guys. Let's get into it. Hopping into the stat sheet, these are our unbuffed stats. Now I know the mag recovery looks a little scary, but that can go up to about 2k fully buffed. And our crit resistance is right where we want it to be. I mean, that's unbuffed too. That's not even including outside resources when you're in group play. Spell and physical resistance are good. Spell damage is pretty solid for this setup too. We're going to be reaching about 4k spell damage and 41,000 max magic when everything's buffed up. And just to get into our buffed sheets, so we're at 2740, 40,000 max magic, and 1621 mag recovery. Spell damage to get to 4,000, that is factoring in continuous attack, so don't think that I'm using this as clickbait. That will hit over 4,000 when you have continuous attack on. We are a Breton, and we are using the Atro, obviously, because our mag recovery is so low. Non-Vampire. I think, honestly, I feel like Vampire is just... I don't even know how to feel about it, to be honest, because for me, it just doesn't work for PvP. It does for others, especially Nightblades. If you can stealth, I mean, there's ways that you can use some of the abilities to your advantage, but like it's just not. I don't know. Nothing about it is appealing to me because it's so easy to die. There's flame damage everywhere, and honestly, it's really not good for solo PvP. That's just my biased opinion, I guess, but take it how you will. Jumping into our gear, we are running the Perfected Masters Lightning, or Perfected Masters Ice Staff. Now you may be asking, why an Ice Staff over Lightning? There's a few reasons. Obviously, Lightning Staff's going to give you that extra 8% AoE damage, which is pretty necessary for any macros, especially running this kind of setup too. However, with the amount of spell damage that we have, the extra 8% would help, but there's something about this particular staff that is... It goes better with our combo that we're going to set up. So up front we have 703 spell damage right off the bat when we use this bad boy. So 103 spell damage, obviously, just to have it equipped, and then an extra 600 when we use Destructive Touch. So keep that in mind. Back bar Potentates. This is just probably one of the best back bar sets you can use for damage mitigation. And if you're not using Potentates, then you might have to willpower or just whatever other two-piece that would kind of fill this in, or a master's weapon of your choice. I use Potentates because it just makes sense for sword and board macro. Monster set, I'm sure you guessed it, Balorg. Everybody's using Balorg, at least you should be. The spell damage is in 500 plus the 124 just by having it on, and then you reach over 11,000 spell penetration with a 500 ultimate used, so keep that in mind. Necropotence, bread and butter. We're always going to have that Spirit Guardian up protecting us. It's if you're not running it, then you better have some pretty damn good healing, because that 10% is much needed. And then our jewelry is the Ancient Grace set, which is all harmony. And then the spell damage for each piece too, just to buff our spell damage even more. If you are having trouble with sustain, you can change one of these to 169 mag recovery. You will be losing a little bit of spell damage, especially because we're not running that lightning staff, so keep that in mind. And I would just, you know, practice as much as you can, because this is very strong when it's used properly. I don't typically solo too much on this build. I mean, you can solo. I mean, it's hard to do. I feel like any macro is kind of hard to do unless you're just doing a straight bomb build. But this is a solid setup for group play. I did it. I'll put in a couple of clips with this too, just to show you how well it plays and performs. But it's pretty solid with group, and you're getting heals from outside resources as well. And you're basically just a support juggernaut. So yeah, Ancient Grace, this is going to boost our max magic. I highly suggest Ancient Grace over any other 3-piece, because the magic is where the damage and the healing come from. And harmony. You need harmony. Jumping into the skills. Elemental Drain, this is going to help with our sustain even more. It's probably the best debuff in the game. Actually, I think it is the best debuff in the game. I mean, you're giving major breach to the enemy, so you're going to reduce any of their armor buffs completely. And then the Magic of Steel on top of it. You want to keep this up too, because as long as the damage is being applied, you're going to get that 300 recovery every 1 second. Stocking Blast Bones, another bread and butter. Like, this is essential for a macro. This is like our strongest hitting tappable target without having to set up a combo. Remote Totem. Remote Totem is good for the stun if you can land it, but what I mainly use it for is for that 8% minor protection. Just by standing in it, you get that extra 8%, so put that in equivalent with your Spirit Guardian and your Potentates, and you got a lot of damage mitigation there. The stun, if you can land it too, is obviously great for the ultimate. Avid Boneyard. This is obviously why you would run Harmony Jewelry, because this thing, when everything lines up correctly, I've hit over 55,000 Boneyards on an NPC. Now, I know it's not impressive for an NPC, but it does hit 20k on a lot of players too, depending on their resistances and how squishy they are. And then obviously Glacial Colossus. Alright, now this is why we're running a Frost Staff. Frost Clench. This is unbuffed, so the damage usually goes up to about 5,000. When you have a Frost Staff equipped, enemies hit are immobilized. Now with a Shock Staff, they're going to get the extra 8% AoE damage. But I like to use a Frost Staff because, one, you're going to be using magic to block. So when you're blocking any attacks, it's just going to deplete your magic instead of your stamina, so you can have a lot of stamina left to dodge roll, and your Mortal Coil is going to make up for it. But Frost Staffs immobilize people, and immobilizations seem to work a lot better than CCs do. Now, I'm not saying that for every situation, but in this case, when you want to get somebody in this Boneyard and this Colossus fast, you're going to want to immobilize them. And what better to immobilize an enemy with than a Master's Perfected Frost Staff that's going to do a little bit of damage up front, immobilize them, and set up your burst for an extra 703 spell damage on top of your Elemental Drain, your continuous attack buff, and your pot. So let's just go check this out real quick. We're going to come over here. So I'm going to set this up. 4,060 spell damage. That can go higher. Obviously with continuous, we're probably looking at 4,400 spell damage. But when your potentate, when your necropotence is up, and in Cyrodiil, that oh, my food's down. That reaches about 41,000 max magic. Really strong, hits super hard. This build, like, if you can trap enemies into this Frost Clench, and they're not going anywhere, all day, baby. Just keep them in that Frost Clench. Mobilizations. This is why Mag Wardens are very strong, too, when they use an Ice Staff. Because when they get you, like, stuck in place and that Northern Storm hits you, game over. Okay, back to the skills. We're going to go to the back bar here. Beckoning Armor. This is going to help people since you're not really that ranged. You want to pull them in. This is going to help with snipers. This is going to help with Mag Sorks, Snipe Blades, Magnite Blades. Anything ranged. So, when you activate, ranged attacks will pull towards you once every 3 seconds. This is also really good when you want to time your burst too. Once an enemy gets pulled in, you know, kind of in your head, count down that 3 seconds, get your AoEs on the ground, and then try to launch your Colossus right at that 2-second mark. So when the enemy gets pulled in, they're getting hit with the first hit, giving you that major vulnerability, and then you can hit your graveyard on them. If you can also, if you can, put the Frost Clench on them too. Resistant Flesh, I think this is kind of a crippled ability. Obviously, yeah, it's the main burst heal the Necro has, but that 10k, that really doesn't do dick. I think I've crit 10k in Cyrodiil very rarely. Most of the time it's like 5 or 6. I feel like there's something wrong with the Minor Defile. I don't necessarily agree with the where is it? When you have a negative effect on your healing is increased by 8%. I don't feel it, but I mean, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I feel like it's bugged. The heal is really not that great on Resistant Flesh, but when it does work, it works good. And the cost of it's pretty costly, in my opinion. The main reason why we're using it, though, is if you happen to get that nice burst heal, you're going to get spell and physical resistance equal to half the amount you're healed for, so that's going to go along with our damage mitigation and our just increased resistances overall. Spirit Guardian, I would rather have this over the what's it called, the Mender, something Mender. The 10%, this is your free Swift set, so I mean, having a 5-piece set and one ability is pretty bitchin', and it costs nothing. 1814 Magicka. Race Against Time, this is our speed buff and crit damage increase. I would activate this before you would do your combo so you get that extra crit damage on top of everything else. And it's going to reduce your immobilizations and snares, grant you immunity for 2 seconds. Mortal Coil, free, anything that's a free ability, it belongs on the bar. You can use the Shock Siphon if you don't like this remote totem, but if you're going to lose damage mitigation. So I know that Temporal Guard also gives you minor protection, but I've learned that if you can have something on both bars and it goes well with the build, just go on and do it. Otherwise, you can put another ability here, and then you're just gonna have to rely on your back bar for the minor protection. But I like having it on both bars just in case you're in that oh fuck situation on your front bar. You're standing in your totem, you're getting 8% reduced damage. Obviously you saw Mortal Coil. This is going to be our clutch heal. If you don't have this up, you're going to die. This 15k over 12 seconds, it gets up to about 17k in Cyrodiil. And I rely on the stamina that it gives back over 12 seconds as well. Hold on, my cat's in the fucking way. Sorry about that. And yeah, and having this as a sword and board back bar too, with potentates, so you have 8%, what does potentates give you? Is it 5? Yeah, so 14 to 10, so you're 24% damage mitigation. 23%, sorry. Terrible with math. And then I just have poisons on the back bar. You don't have to run these. I just have so many of them, I need to get rid of them. So whatever you want to do. Jumping into the champion tree here. We have 56 into Warlord, 20% reduced cost to break free. I have 43% into Tenacity because I used to run a Lightning Staff, but because our mag recovery is so low at some points, when you heavy attack with a Frost Staff, you get a little bit of a damage shield, and you're going to get resources back. So I decided to leave the points in here, and you're just going to benefit yourself overall. 76 into Arcanist, get your max magic recovery, and then extra points left over was just thrown into Healthy. And then 37 into Tumbling, reduced dodge roll. You can dodge roll quite a bit with Mortal Coil on this build because you're getting that extra stam recovery, and you get stam recovery when you activate your Spirit Guardian. I mean, experienced players should know what a lot of the buffs do for macro. And then Shadow Words to reduce your block, your running sword and board. So having this on your back bar as well is just going to help you reduce your incoming damage by an extra 20%. Damage tree. So it took me a while to figure out exactly what I wanted to do with this. I didn't really know how to navigate points because macro is such a heavy-hitting AoE class. But I learned that having it set up kind of like this will go a long way. So 10% into healing. This is going to go towards all of our healing done. Your Resistant Flesh, your Spirit Guardian, your Mortal Coil, all of that stuff is going to be an extra 10% healing done. You can run a lot of crit. I mean, you're also running Race Against the Time, so 20% plus an extra 10%, it's going to increase your crit damage overall and your healing by 20% as well. So when you can crit heal, you're going to have pretty good heals. That's where that Resistant Flesh, where I feel like it sometimes doesn't always work too well. I feel like when it does work well, this has a lot to do with it. So make sure you have at least 20% Elfborn. Elemental Expert. Macro is the elemental class. They use all the elements in their... They have all the elements built into their kit, so don't forget to worry about magic damage. Flame, Frost, and Shock is where a lot of your damage is going to come from. Macro doesn't really have any abilities that do just straight magic damage. Spell Erosion, 3250. I felt like this was an appropriate amount of spell penetration because when you do activate your Colossus, you get that 11,000 spell pen if you use it at 500 ultimate for only 12 seconds. So having this in your downtime from your ultimate is pretty important. Macro doesn't have an execute, so Staff Expert, your light and heavy attacks are going to do an extra 15%. So this is pretty essential because we're using Frost Clench as our spammable, and then your light attacks and heavy attacks will do an extra 15%. And it'll give you the Butcher, which is an extra 5% to enemies below 25% health. So you're just, do the math, you're multiplying more damage on top of each other. 52 to Master at Arms. We don't have any direct damage attacks other than Frost Clench. I don't necessarily know if Blast Bones is considered direct damage. I know it hits one target and then does AoE damage to other targets. I have not confirmed that, so I feel as if I should leave the points that I have in Master at Arms because Blast Bones does do quite a bit of damage. So if anybody wants to tell me in the comments below whether that theory is correct or not, please do. Nothing into this tree, and then our final tree, 66 into Ironclad, 22 into Resistant. You can take a lot of points out of this now that Critical Resistance has a base to it. 19 in the Light Armor Focus. We are a Breton, so making up for that lost physical resistance helps. Dots are still annoying in my opinion, so I still have 19% in the Thick Skin, and then 56 in the Hardy and Elemental Defender. And then nothing into this tree. Our pots that we are using Alliance Spell Drop. These are good. I just can't stop buying them. So, I mean, they're going to give you the Major Sorcery, Major Prophecy, and they're going to give you the Mag Recovery. So, all in all, with all the Magicka recovery, that you lose up front, you're going to gain through all of your resources. You're going to gain from summoning your summoning abilities. You're going to get it from elemental drain. You're going to get it from continuous attack. You're going to get it from your pots. So you can hit 2,000 spell recovery and sustain that as long as you're fighting. Always good to have tripods on board. I have all kinds of tripods, and then these are just trash pots that I use. And I think that about sums it up for the build. Oh, the food. Like I said, I don't suggest being a vampire, but I do like these sugar skulls. They seem to work the best for me, even when I'm using vampire, which I don't think I ever will anymore, because it just doesn't work for me. But the health recovery is pretty OP. The 462, when you get a continuous attack, you can pretty much, let's see if I can, what it is. So yeah, a lot of your resources can reach 4 digits in recovery. So the mag recovery and stamina recovery will definitely be, 4 digits, and then if you put more into your CP tree, the health recovery can go over 1,000 as well. So if you can get 4 digits for all 3 recoveries, you're doing pretty solid. And that is the build. I will put in a couple of clips of the build in action, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know what you think about using a frost staff for a Necro. I feel like it's a pretty solid choice. And I also believe that it's a unique playstyle. Not a lot of people do it, and it just works. So let me know what you think. Drop a comment below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Catch you guys later.
Fucking happen, man. You know these guys? Are you fighting them?
Nope. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know. Alright, you ready, boys? Let's go. Alright, Dragon Killer first. Dragon Killer first. I'm gonna leap him.
No, that's Shadow, ain't it? You know Shadow.
Do I?
I am Shadow?
Wait, what guild's he in?
Do we know that? No, okay.
Well,
it's
tell me
Shadow.
before I drop this
It's the guy
ulti.
you know.
I literally don't know any of these guys. Alright, TTT, he tap out, I think. Go for him first. Go, ready? Go.
Are they actually?
Now. Alright, next one, Dragon Killer. Stunning. Alright, no,
He's so weak. He's so weak.
Alright, CV. This little low CP. Low CP. You stay over there. You stay on him. You stay on Ginger. You stay on that guy. Beetle, you stay with me. If you need help, Ginger, just call it.
Yo, they're sieging us. Gotta.
Yeah, you're right.
Be
We're
careful
staying
for
it.
that.
Staying it. This guy's weak as shit. This one here. When I got an ulti, I'm gonna call it. Alright, I'm stunning this guy. He's stunned. Alright, now. Alright, I'm coming over with the leap over there. I'm gonna call it and wait for that guy's shields to go down. Stay on this guy though. Stay on this guy, Weedle. I'm gonna move over to. Alright. Alright, he's gonna do his little cloud thing.
Where'd he go? Oh, god damn it, dude.
There it is. Where the fuck did he go? No, he popped an invis spot. Alright, let's go gang up on Shadow then. We're ganging. Idiot. Alright, stunning. He's gonna try to draw them away so this guy can get reses.
I
Stay on
love
him, boys.
lagging
Stay on
this
him.
bullshit, dude.
I'm dropping an ult on this guy in 3, 2, 1. Alright, next one. Alright, over to Shadow.
He's a tanky fucker.
Yep.
He's not attacking me,
fucking
and
pick-
so my fury's not procking up on him.
Just stay on him, just so I can fuck him down. Keep snaring him. Keep spray that. Yep. Just
About to
keep your snare
immobilize
on
him.
him. Alright, snare, stunning.
leap.
Yep. XE done. Good job, boys. That's got damage. They're gonna go for me for. Oh. Careful,
No.
boys, careful.
Dragon killer now. I'm leaping. Oh, I didn't even fucking go off.
Yeah,
dude.
I've got him. Just stay on him.
See what I'm
Just keep on him. Keep your quarter odds up, please.
I got ulti.
Keep it up.
Drop her now.
No reminder. Stunned. Oh, drop it. Yeah. Oh, I got you. Alright, go to TV. TV tap out. He's the fucking weak boy. No, I gotta leap for dragon. Now. He's done. Alright. Now.
Wait.
Alright. MK. Go for MK. Stay on him.
Got him. Leap.
Good. XC. Spam XC. Alright, now TV. Keep 40s up. Oh, we got Cloudsy here, bro. GG. You stay on him. I'm gonna stay on the healer. Alright, I'm gonna leap this guy in a sec. Ready? Now. Just get Shadow down. Just kill Shadow. Stay on you boys stay on Shadow. I'm gonna stay on TVT. Stay on Shadow. Keep staying on him.
My ulti.
My leap.
Nice.
Oh, I leaped him into that. That was beautiful, bro. What is it?
I got ulti.
Chilling, quick. I just want until we have
Talking about
ulti.
just run.
Alright, I got ulti. Just wait,
Oh, I
don't
haven't
drop it
mine.
yet, I'ma call it. Alright, drop it as soon as you can. They got saved, get out of there, out.
Would be an
Oh
there
my
right
fuck,
Push
dude.
off. Alright, Puffin. I'ma have to get this with the shield ulti. Just okay. I'm going for a res. I need. Can someone invite Cloudsy? Alright.
I
Oh,
can
go
do
for it. What the fuck? There we go. Alright, we're good, G. Alright. We're gonna have to separate ult zone. We're gonna have to proc the we gotta get someone down low enough to proc the Earth Core.
Drop
Stay
my
on
ulti
him.
right now.
Alright, Vendetta. I got ulti coming on me. Yeah. Alright, Sophisticated is done. There's the Earth Core. Alright, now cores. There's enemy ult. Watch out for that. Alright, Vendetta, stay on this Vendetta guy. He's almost done. He's done.
Got him.
Alright, Misfit, next.
Yeah, he's
Leave
low.
that.
Leaping.
Yep, nice.
Yep, got it.
nice. Alright, and then Sunshine. Oh, no. You stay on him. I'm gonna keep on off this res, boys. Good shit. I'm leaping that for use. Alright, and then to Sunship.
This guy's resing.
Oh, he got a res. Just wait for the res. Execute spam. Nice. Alright, and then to Sunship. Onto Sunship. Yeah, good shit. Use that grave robber, boys. There we go. Alright, Anakin. He's got a fucking. Oh, watch out for that. Watch out.
Sunship.
Yep, nice.
Got it. Got sunship.
Got you that fucking. Alright, and then Anakin.
Why'd you roll dodge, dude? You're tanking. That's what's fucking you.
GG.